All right, welcome back. IAmRasouli, and I wanted to get on here real quick and speak to you about a little conversation I just had. So, like I said, this channel is all about quotes, and another quote that I have for you today is by this guy named Lewis Gordon, and the quote is, "There is nothing more powerful than the made-up mind." A lot of the quotes that I like, they speak to me in a way that just resonates. And I realize that a lot of times I'm having conversations with people and I'm just thinking about, however I'm feeling at the moment. I'm just having a casual conversation. But recently I had a conversation with somebody really close to me, and we were talking about how, certain people in our past bring up bad memories, or, sometimes we don't know how to move. But, when we become focused, or at least I know when I become focused on who I want to be and how I want to act, then I know that a lot of times I'm presented with the opportunity to practice becoming the person that I want to be. So there might be a person that's in my life that I didn't really care too much about, or, for whatever reason, there's a little bit of a rub whenever I see this person. So, in the past, maybe I avoided that person. And I was sharing with somebody really close to me on how I move nowadays. I move with the intention of practicing becoming the best me that I want to be, and how the best me would respond or react to people that I don't really know, I wouldn't normally associate with anymore. So, for example, if I'm going into a room or into a space, a party, a house, or whatever it may be, it could be an atmosphere where I know I might run across someone that I, don't always get along with for whatever reason, or in the past, it's been history there. Excuse me. Nowadays, I make it a mission of mine, to face those things head on and respond in a way that's completely unexpected, or that person might feel is completely unexpected, But for me, I forgive, I forget, I move forward. I'm looking at life as a brand new mind state and a brand new space, and I have to approach everybody in that regard. So the circumstances that once existed, they don't exist to me anymore unless I allow them to. So I was sharing with my loved one that a lot of times I go into these spaces with the intention to be just super full of energy, like, present myself in a way where it's undeniable love and just complete, happiness coming from me to whoever I'm communicating with. And I know that a lot of times, in the past, I wouldn't be able to maneuver that way, but nowadays I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm focused on where I'm going and how I'm going to present myself. So I'll walk into a room with the intention to go directly to the person that I might not normally speak to, or sometimes I might avoid that particular person, and I just show love. And it's up to that person whether or not they want to accept it or not. And sometimes I just make it a super brief, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you." But I have my mind made up. You know what I mean? I have my mind made up to be the best me in every given occasion that I have the opportunity to do that. So this quote about "there is nothing more powerful than the made up mind" by Mr. Lewis Gordon is a really good one. It's a strong one. If I have my mind made up that I'm gonna do my best to present the best me and present the best outcome and present the best energy that I could bring to a situation, then that's the way my mind is gonna be made up, and I'm gonna do just that. Now, if another person, on the other hand, has a different mind state, or maybe they have their mind made up that they will never look past the point of forgiveness of where they are with their own mental mind space, then I got to recognize that I got to let those people do what they're going to do as well. You know what I mean? And that's the key. The decision is not mine. I can only control my mental mind state. I can only control my actions. I can only control what it is that I am in control of, you know? So, you know, there's something biblical about that as well. You know, I don't really get into much of the Bible, but every quote that I love, there is another biblical side of it. And I think that's the reason why I love them so much, you know, or the reason why they resonate with me so much is because I know where my mind is. I know where my mind space is, and I know where my conscious level of thinking is. So a lot of these quotes that speak to me in a way, they speak to me in a real spiritual sense. And a lot of times I could look in the Bible and find a particular scripture as it relates to that particular quote. So I was able to find this scripture, and I'm sure you're all aware of it. But the quote is from Lewis Gordon: "There is nothing more powerful than the made-up mind." And if you think about that and what that really means, you know, it's really impactful. And then if you look up the scripture, Romans 12:2. "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." So if you know there's nothing that's more powerful than the made up mind, then you have to ask yourself, what is it that I've made up my mind to do? Is it harming me? Is it causing me a positive flow? Is it taking me down a good path or a bad path? Is it doing anything for me that's beneficial to me, or is it harming me and doing the opposite of what I intend? So when you think about that, the renewing of your mind, you have full control over the world that you live in by just deciding how you want to think about things. And it goes back to perspective shapes everything. So I just wanted to share that with you before the day ended. It was something that was on my mind. Just thought I'd get on here real quick and say a little something. But all love to you. I am Rasouli, and I'll see you soon.